morning, Saigon. This is Mary Jane Solomon, and welcome back to my podcast, The Voice of the Global Filipino. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Kimberly and Gabriel, one of the educators here in Ho Chi Minh City.
Thank you, Miss Mary Jane. Hello, everyone. I'm Miss Mika, or you can just call me Teacher Mika. I'm one of the teachers or Filipino teachers here in Vietnam, and I currently working in Ho Chi Minh, Saigon.
How long have you been here in Saigon or in Ho Chi Minh City?
I work in Hanoi for almost 2 years, and I'm currently working here in Ho Chi Minh for almost 3 years. So in total of, let's say, 4.5 years.
I hope you can tell us your journey, the challenges and the opportunities that you've experienced, and perhaps our audience will be able to learn from you, teacher.
When I first entered Vietnam, I was one of the exchange students. So from Palawan State University, hi to my alma mater. I was one of those exchange students before the pandemic. And I got my 3 months experience in Hanoi, experience in teaching. And then we were sent back to the Philippines because it's pandemic during the COVID-19. After the pandemic, our school reached us out and they told us that if we are available and we can go back to Vietnam. And we said, yes, of course. And luckily in the end, we were able to go back here in Vietnam, in Hanoi. And I got my first year contract in that company and another year in the other company.
So, tell us, have you encountered challenges?
Some of the challenges I faced is the culture first, because I need to adopt the other culture from my culture. The way they approach people, especially in Hanoi, is quite different, and some of them are into their culture, which is I'm really not aware of. So I'm having hard time to adopt with their culture in Hanoi.
Are you aware of the upcoming election, the midterm election that we're having in the Philippines?
Yes, of course.
So are you a registered voter here in Vietnam? Where are you voting, in Vietnam or in the Philippines?
Honestly about that, I'm not registered yet in Vietnam.
As an educator, do you think there is power in our vote? Do you think it is good for us to exercise our right to
Yes, I know.
Right
As
to
an
suffrage?
educator, I believe in the power of vote, because as we choose the leaders who will lead us or in our community, they are the one who will bring us the good future. And they're the one who is protecting the people in a certain community. So if we choose the leaders who are not, or who are, let's say, incompetent, they're not really capable of handling that position, all the people in that community might suffer.
Are you aware that of the online voting? This is the first time that we are doing the online voting for the overseas Filipinos.
About that, I am not aware.
Okay, never
But
mind.
it's good to hear.
Yeah.
There's an online voting.
Yeah, the first time of its kind. So this election, you will start voting online, not physical voting anymore.
That's really great and very helpful for the Filipinos, especially if you are in remote areas of Vietnam, or you are an OFW in remote areas. You don't have to travel to the city to vote. That's
Yeah.
really great.
So my last question to you, Teacher Mika, as a global Filipino, how can you make a difference here in Vietnam, and how can you inspire people, especially those who are planning to work abroad? Maybe you can share your thoughts to our viewers and the global Filipinos around the world.
About that, I think in Vietnam, by sharing the cultures, the beautiful cultures that we have, by coordinating with on how you follow the rules when you are in the Philippines, and you coordinate also here in Vietnam. But that may be simple, but it's really a big help. You are not the headache of the government. In the Philippines, I think it's about staying connected. When you go back to the Philippines, by sharing the cultures that they have here, the businesses. Because one of the mindset of the Filipino when they are abroad is to put up a business in the Philippines. And when they return, before they return, they are thinking of good businesses and they are adopting the practices in different countries.
Brain game.
Yes, which is really great. So when they return to the Philippines, they don't just put up a business. They put up a business with the success that they are thinking of because they adopt different cultures or different way on how to approach or how to build a business.
Wow. So you are very entrepreneurial, Teacher Mika.
Yes.
So are you planning to set up your own business if you go back to the Philippines then?
I am starting it.
Wow.
And I am planning to build more.
Wow. Thank you, Teacher Mika. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much too. It's my first time to be interviewed in a podcast.
Wow.
Yes, I have experience being interviewed in television, in TV news,
Wow.
and also in radio station. But podcast, it's my first time. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure.
And we're happy to know that, Teacher Mika. So thank you again.
Thank
you
you
very
too.
much. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's been my honor to be with our global Filipinos around the world. This is Mary Jane Salmon saying, thank you, mabuhay po tayong lahat, at maraming salamat po.